Hey, it's Pete, GCI Turf. Hope you're doing good. A lot of you guys have been asking about the three test plots we got going on. One's my neighbor right here, and we got the Academy Milo test back there, and then the foliar test back there. So let's look at this. Let me show you what it looks like as I'm walking up on it. You can see all the lime green. That's where we started at the beginning of the year when we done the round one Academy Fert, and what else did we put on this thing? RGS maybe? And you can remember that all of this was this. Oh, this is what we were working with. It was basically the exact same condition. You can see kind of weak, thin, fescue here and there, some weeds here and there. You see how sparse it is? Well, this right here was identical to it. How long ago was that? When did we do that? First of snap. I can't remember. What's it been, about a month ago? Today is, I don't even know what the day is. April the 16th. I think it was the last week of January or the first week of February. One of the two, but look at the difference. Look where we're at. Now we still got a few little holes here and there, but look at the overall difference in the quality from here. Let's move over here to here. Look at the difference. That's one fertilizer application. We went from this to that. So here we are back here at the test plot. Now, I'm trying to, it's cloudy. You can see what we're working with here, so it's hard to pick up the color difference. But I think I'm gonna try to follow it right here. Look at there. Look at my line. It goes right out through there. Let's go over here and see if we can see you can really see it right there. See how much darker green that is than that? So we're just now starting to get a good visual difference on the Academy versus the Milo. Of course, I'm walking right here. All this is Milo. Let's take a little walk. You can see now my test plot's always been in pretty good shape. It's had a lot of different products put on it. But you can see it's good and dense right here. You can kind of see what we're working with. Let's go over here and look at here. See what you think. A little bit thicker. And again, it's really hard to tell on the camera. I mean, I'm just videoing with an iPhone, so I hope it's clear on your end. But you can see the colors there, and I can tell when I mow, because when I mow over here, I'm producing less clippings. I'm throwing less clippings out the side of the deck than I am over here. So that tells me this is a little thicker and growing a little better. Here's my the little foliar thing that we've done, and it's looking pretty good. Nothing spectacular here. It just looks like a good fescue yard. Now, one thing I'm trying to show right here is this section right here is without adjuvant, and that side over there is with adjuvant. So we can't see a visual difference in the two yet. We'll kind of see how that goes throughout the year. And the main kicker is I took a tissue sample from both these spots, and I've got those results back, and they were nearly identical. So that's a great baseline. So when we do the second tissue test, we'll be able to tell if the adjuvant is getting more of the nitrogen inside the plant where it belongs, so it can be used. And of course, we've done the same thing here. We've done the soil savvy test on this side, same over here, and we've done the spectrum analytic on both sides as well. And I've gotten those tests back, and we're almost identical as far as spectrum, soil savvy, all that's the same within each respected test, but there's some major discrepancies between the soil savvy and the spectrum analytic, and we'll go over that on the second soil test when I have something to actually compare it against. All right, now I already know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, hey Pete, the reason that the soil savvy it has some discrepancy is because you only took the soil sample in one spot, like you saw that guy do on a video. Well, I said that and I apologize, but here's how I took it. I had all of my clumps, all of my plugs in the bag right here, okay? It's the same bag, Academy. And what I did is I reached down in here and picked out a few and broke them up with my hand and filled up that little soil savvy cup. So technically, it got dirt from over the entire surface area. So we'll, you can either take my word for it or you don't have to. It doesn't matter to me. But I know what I did, so we'll call that a good even test. I'm about to do my round 2 application, Academy application to my yard, and I'm gonna do the same application back there on the test plot that we're working on with the Academy versus Milo, with the foliar test, and over there on the my neighbor's section. And it's basically some biostimulant pre-emergent, no fertility. And so back there on the Academy Milo, everything is going to be absolutely identical through the entire year, except one has Academy Fert and one has Milo Fert. That's going to be the absolute only difference. And of course, I'm going to cheat a little bit today. I'm going to use this machine right here and put it out because I'm a little tired and I really don't want to walk. Hey, while I got you, this is cool. I'm gonna be doing some of this this year with that aerate product. I'm gonna be testing compaction on some places and adding aerate to some places and that kind of thing. And this is, you can see this is a soil compaction tester. And I'm gonna give you an example right here in my yard of what I'm gonna do the video on my renovation, and I got pictures and all that, and I'm gonna show you all that stuff on a video of the process I took to redo my entire landscape in my yard. But when that started, that was about 6 years ago, that's when I started applying humate and humic acid, both in liquid form, humic acid, and in granular form is humate, Milorganite. Now I'm gonna show you what happens to the ground. I know you've heard my buddy John with Greene County talk about how it fractures the ground, how it opens up all these air spaces in there. Well, I'm gonna give you a visual on that and what you can expect after using humates for a certain length of time. This is what it does to your dirt. It's 3 feet. Look at that. And I'm putting a little bit of pressure behind it. What do you think about that? So, hey, when you hear me talk about the humic acid, well, the base product of that in the Greene County line is the humic 12. All right, that's your highest concentration of the humic acid. Now you can put that out every other week if you want to. You ain't gonna hurt a thing on any grass, anytime. It doesn't matter. You just Now I am a fan of low doses in more frequent applications than heavy doses all at one time. That's just my theory, my take on it. Don't know what John and them recommends, and if you want to do it their way, that's fine. But I like to put them down low. Say the Humic 12, I would probably go 3 to 6 ounces every 2 weeks or every month or something like that. And Academy members, don't get confused. That's just something that you have an option to do. Those more frequent applications of the Humic 12. Now the cool thing about these products are every single one of them, they're derived or they're made, their base product is the humic acid. So regardless of which one you're putting down, you're getting a little humic acid in some way or another. So hey, I'm gonna give it about, I don't know, 2 more weeks from now, and then I'm gonna, what I'm gonna tell you, man, it ain't nothing like a sunset. That thing is so pretty when it's going down. But look, I'm gonna give it about 2 weeks, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna take the soil test again, and I'm gonna send part of it to Soil Savvy, and I'm gonna send another part of it to Spectrum Analytic. Let me get right here. Look at there. And then when I get those back, it'll be about time for round 3 on the Academy program, where we're going to do another fertilizer. And I need to look at the bag on the Milo and see. I know they got like a 4-step something or another or whatever, and I'm gonna do it exactly like they recommend, at the exact rate, and I'm gonna show it all to you, show all of it to you on the video. That way you can stay with me on it. But we're gonna soil test that, and then I'll have some results to show you before and after as to how each fertilizer affects the soil and the nutrients in the soil, and what it adds and what it don't add. So hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm having a blast. Like, subscribe, and all that kind of stuff. I'm watching that number, that subscriber number, go up, and this is pretty amazing to me. It's quite humbling to me that you've heard me say it, but it don't get old to me. I'm telling you, it don't. It's humbling that so many people like my opinion, and I really think that's cool. I'm blessed to have you watching this, and I appreciate it a lot. And get your dirt right.